Heyo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. Folks, my name is Michael Edward, former award-winning hedge fund trader, now the current head trader at True Trading Group. For those that do not know, TTG is the fastest growing, highest rated premium online trading educational platform and community where we all share the same goal, and that's to learn, trade, and profit together. 6 nights a week, Sunday through Friday, we go live right here for free on this YouTube channel with myself, other pro trader moderators from True Trading Group, and special guests. We'll drop golden nuggets and free lessons that are going to help you to become a better trader. So if you guys are ready to learn, trade, and profit for real, you've come to the right place. Take a moment, smash that like button, folks. Subscribe to the channel and share this on your own social media. Let's reach out, help, empower, and educate as many retail traders as we possibly can. My goal on all of my live streams is simple. Provide you with a real education and lessons that can help you to become a better trader. No secret BS nonsense. So why should you listen to anything that I share with you on these lives? Folks, I didn't figure any of this stuff out on my own. I don't claim to have a secret. I began my trading career working for a fund in New York City in 2007, my very first job out of college. And then 2008, we had the Great Recession, the stock market crisis, but it was actually during that time I went on to receive one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. But before any of that was possible, before they even let me touch $1 of their money, I first had to go through an intensive training program. I had access to the top trading tools, and I was part of a community of like-minded traders. And that is exactly what the True Trading Group platform is based on now here today. We have a phenomenal live stream in store for you guys here today. First, I'm going to start things off with a Q&A. This is what we do in the beginning to give some time for people to log on. And then you guys can ask me whatever questions it is that you want regarding trading, individual stocks, whatever it is. I'm here to answer your questions, so don't be shy. You guys can start typing those questions. Then we are going to begin diving into a couple of very important topics. Some of the most common questions that I get asked from people, we're going to be getting to work and saying, listen, if you have a small account or if you work a full-time job, listen up. Because tonight, I've got some important lessons for you. First, we're going to go over a couple of key points and key lessons on how to grow a small account from as little as just a couple $100, and a couple of lessons for traders that if you work full time. I'm going to teach you guys how to trade even through your day job. All right. These are a couple of key points that we're going to talk about here today that is going to be helpful for those people that I get these questions all the time. I get these questions all the time. You see me I even ask members on the live stream sometimes, like, hey, if you work a full-time job, or, if you're making money with this full-time job, or if you started with a small account, and you see a lot of teaching members, they comment in here and they kind of share a little bit of their experience and their stories. But we're going to talk a little bit more in detail and in depth with that here tonight. So a couple of different topics that we're going to be going over. And then last but not least, once we're finished with that, I'm going to walk you through and I'm going to show you the entire TTG platform and show you guys exactly what TTG has to offer. Okay, so some really key points. I do have to let Eric kind of update some people real quick, though. I had a 7-day green streak come to an end today. All right, I always will share with you guys the good, the bad, the ugly. Today's not ugly, just a red day for me today, but I do have an open swing position that may change things. But for the closed out P&L on the day, today was in fact the red day for me. It's my first red day of August. We started August with a bang. The first 7 trading days of August were green for me, but today was a red day. All right, but I do have an open swing position, so we will talk about that later on in this live stream. But again, the main topics I want to cover with you here today, guys, is trading while working a full-time job. What are some key things you need to focus on, and some styles and strategies for you to implement? And also how to grow a small account. Key things you need to focus on, some styles and strategies that you should implement. All right, so that's what we're going to talk about here later on this live stream. But like I said, first, we're going to start off with that Q&A session. So guys, without any further ado, let's go ahead and begin that Q&A. Start typing your questions right in chat. Guys, understand there's no such thing as a stupid question. Do not be shy. Type your questions right in chat. If you have a question, believe me, somebody else on here has the same one. So without any further ado, start typing your questions in chat. Let's begin that Q&A. Why don't you play put options after you're coming out of a trade? For the most part, the stocks seem to trend downwards. I understand. Why don't you play put options after you're coming out of a trade? I don't flip flop. I guess that's the question that you're asking. Like why? So like if I get long a stock and I get stopped out and I'm wrong, why not then just buy put options? I guess is your question. And the answer is actually quite simple. Just because a stock is not a good long does not automatically make it a good short, and vice versa. Just because a stock's not a good short does not necessarily make it a good long. You're going to get crushed if you keep doing that. If every single time you get stopped out of a trade, you just go ahead and you short the stock or you buy puts, my experience, that's not a good trading strategy at all. You also have done all of your analysis expecting something to be a long. Could you really have been that wrong? Think about that. If you see a setup and you think that this is such a good setup to the long side that I'm going to get long because I think the stock's going higher, could you have been that wrong where the stock is actually an amazing short? I would rather just say to myself, okay, the stock didn't go up. It didn't do what I thought it was going to do. Let me exit this trade. Just because the stock's not a good long does not make it a good short. And that's really the best advice that I can give to you. I am not one to flip flop. I also don't think it's worth it because let me tell you one thing. If you get long a stock and then you get stopped out and then you go ahead and short it and you flip to the long side or you flip to the short side or you buy put options, and then it turns out that your initial analysis was actually right the entire time, and the stock actually does continue higher, and you just got kind of shaken out of the trade, and you just turned one losing trade into two losing trades. The amount of damage you're going to do to your psyche and your mental capital is, you might as well shut your computer off if that happens to you. Like if you get stopped out of a long and then you short it or buy put options, whatever, same thing, and the stock goes back up, and then you get stopped out again. You got stopped out in the long, and then you get stopped out in the short. You're done. You're done. You're done. Not necessarily your P&L. I mean, yeah, you turned one losing trade into two losing trades, but the level of frustration that you're going to have at that point is gonna mess you up for the entire rest of the day. So at that point, you might as well shut down your computer and just protect yourself. How much does volume matter when setting up a trade line? I don't know what you mean when you say when setting up a trade line. The trade line is what I call the 9 exponential moving average. It's a common trading phrase or common trading term that traders will use for, and honestly, you can use either the 8, the 9, the 10, 11, or the 12. I've seen all of them be used as the trade line, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 exponential moving average. I use the 9 exponential moving average as my trade line. But I think maybe you're asking about a trend line, like how much does volume matter when you're setting up a trend line? I think is maybe what you're. I assume you're not talking about the 9 exponential moving average, but volume is when you're setting up a trend line. Volume not necessarily as important when you're setting up a trend line. A trend line is just going to be like this would be a trend. Well, I'll do it this way for you guys since you're looking at it from the opposite side. Like if a stock looks like this, that means it's just the stock's bouncing off this trend line each as it goes higher. Or if the stock's going to the downside, it's just bouncing, or I'm sorry, it would be underneath it. It'd be bouncing off that trend line as it goes underneath it. So that's a trend line. The trend lines are more based on just individual price action more so than they are volume. What advice would give to someone trading from their phone? Do you think TTD training fits for a mobile trader or it doesn't matter? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. One of our moderators actually only trades from his cell phone. We have a moderator who only trades from his cell phone. The thing about True Trading Group, Wild for Show Live Agency, the thing about True Trading Group is that TTG is not just me. You guys all have to understand that. Like, yeah, I'm the one that comes on here and I'm, the head trader and I do the live streams, but there are 7 other TTG Pro Trader moderators in chat that all have their own trading style and their own trading strategies. So there are every single day in chat, we're doing day trades, we're doing swing trades, we're trading stocks, we're trading options, we're trading small caps, mid caps, large caps, we're going long, we're going short. There's literally something in TTG for everyone, regardless of your trading style, your trading strategy. And so, yes, and one of our moderators only trades from his cell phone. I don't trade from my cell phone. I will if I have to, like when I'm Lightspeed actually has two different platforms. It's actually probably the biggest complaint that I have with Lightspeed, but trying to trade from your cell phone, is something that if your platform allows for it, which obviously E-Trade, Thinkorswim, you have all these mobile apps that can allow you to do that without any problems, is not something that I suggest if you're going to be like a very active day trader, or if you're going to trade fast moving stocks or high volatility stocks. But, if you're going to be a swing trader or you're going to trade low volatility stocks, you can absolutely trade from your cell phone. A lot of our members do trade from their cell phone because they're working. All right. And we're going to talk about this later on in this live stream. We're going to talk about trading while working a full-time job. All right. And how many of our members are successful in doing so. And what are some key tips and some key lessons for you when you are working a full-time job and you're going to be trading. So, trading from your cell phone is something that you can absolutely do in True Trading Group because of the different trading styles that we implement. Now, I wouldn't advise you trying to trade like one of those fast-moving small caps that's halting all over the place that only has a 2 million share float. I would not advise you trading from a cell phone for that. But if you want to buy a SPY option and set a stop loss, you want to swing trade Roblox, or you want to, short AMC or whatever it is that you want to do, if it's not a high volatility trade, that's something that you need to be staring at every second because of the risk of a halt or something. You absolutely could do that. It just depends on the style that you're implementing. And like I said, we have a moderator that only trades from their cell phone. So if that's what you're looking for, we definitely have that inside of True Trading Group. I just joined last week, going all cash tomorrow. Should I trade with all of it or a percentage? Angela, okay. So when you say I'm going all cash tomorrow, should I trade with all of it or a percentage? You never want to put your entire account into one trade ever. If you got $5,000 in your account, I'm just making up a number. It could be 500, it could be 1,000, it could be, 10,000, it could be 50,000. You never want to put that entire thing into one trade. That's not advisable. That you'll be risking way too much of your trade. You don't really want to risk more than like 2 or 3% of your entire account in one trade. So if you are, if you have a $5,000 account, you don't want to put $5,000 into one trade and then all of a sudden you take, a 10% loss. Now you're losing 10% of your entire account value. That's far too much. So I would not advise you put your entire account into one trade now. When we get the tapering and then increased Fed rate, are there any particular sectors that can be strong where the markets are pulling back, or is it a wait and see? The market as a whole, Robert, will probably be weak when you get an increase in the federal funds rate. I think the whole market will go down. I think it will be a blanket pullback. Now, certain sectors will get hit more than others. Big tech will probably get hit the worst because in a rising rate environment, growth stocks typically do not perform as well as some value names. So you might get some excess valuation really get cut out from underneath on some of these, some big tech names that are maybe see their valuations being stretched a little bit. But I think when that happens, I think the entire market as a whole trends to the downside. Kevin P, yes, we're live. I see your comments. What are your entry rules, do's and don'ts? My entry rules are as follows. You simply are not allowed to enter a trade. Here's a don't. Don't enter the trade unless you know the answer to the following two questions. Where are you going to get out if you're wrong? Where are you going to take profit if you're right? If you do not know the answer to both of those questions, do not enter the trade. Before you enter the trade, you must know where is your stop loss and where are your take profit targets. Now, identifying your stop loss is going to deal with you identifying where is the support level of the setup that I'm trading. So according to the chart pattern or chart setup, there will be a support level on this chart setup that if the stock gets beneath it, then the setup is no more. And the probability of the stock continuing higher is minimal. So once that level is broken, that's when you're going to want to exit that trade. Your stop loss needs to be below that level. You'll learn how to identify those levels as a member of True Trading Group, I promise. Okay. The education and the technical analysis that you'll learn in reading a chart and identifying these levels will allow you to identify where your stop loss should be. Your profit targets are going to be identifiable areas of resistance. So you're going to basically say, you're going to look at the chart. And again, the TTG education and the technical analysis, you'll learn how to do this on your own to be able to look at the chart and say, okay, this is a potential area of resistance. Therefore, this is going to be a profit target for me. Okay. If you can't answer, if you don't know that information, you can't enter the trade. All right. So there's a don't. You want to do. Here's a do. Do make sure that your position size is correct. Now, what does that mean? So something that, and if anyone is new to this live stream, I would suggest you write this down because this is something that a lot of people, that most, I shouldn't say a lot, I would say most, probably 90% of amateur traders do this wrong. You should not be using the same position size on every trade. This is such a big common mistake that people make. So you'll have someone that says, hey, Mike, what's your average position size? I have absolutely no idea what my average position size is. I can have one trade and I can put 15 grand into it. I can have another trade and I can put 500 grand into it. It's all a matter of risk and volatility on the individual trade. What you want to do is always change your position size, but never change your risk. Your risk meaning the dollar amount you're willing to risk on the trade. So what's your risk tolerance? What are you comfortable risking per trade? Meaning if you're wrong, what is the dollar amount that if you lose it, you're okay, you're not going to be upset or affected, you're going to move on to your next trade without even thinking about it. What's that number for you? Is it $100, $200, $500, $1,000, $5,000? What's that number for you? That number, only you can answer that question. What is your comfort level on how much you're willing to risk per trade? Then you want to make sure that your position size is adjusted so that if you do get stopped out, you are losing that dollar amount. How do you figure that out? Here's a simple equation. Let's say, for example, $200. Let's say that's your risk tolerance. You're okay risking $200 per trade. Meaning if you get stopped out and you're wrong, you'll lose $200 and you're okay with that. So in order to calculate your position size to risk $200, you would say to yourself, you would divide 200 by the distance between your entry and your stop loss. Let's say you buy a stock at $5. All right. And let's say there's support at 475. And you say, if we get below 475, I'm going to stop out of this position. Let's say you put your stop loss at 460. So if you buy a stock at 5 and your stop loss is 460, okay, that is a difference of 40 cents. So it is 40 cents from your entry to your stop loss. So in order for you to calculate how many shares you need to buy, in order for you to only risk $200, which is your risk tolerance, you would do $200, your risk tolerance, divided by the distance between your entry and your stop loss, which in this example is 40 cents. So you would do 200 divided by 40 cents, which gives you an answer of 500 shares. Okay? So that's how you calculate that math. So that's your do and that's your don't. Your don't is do not enter the trade unless you know where your stop loss and your take profit targets are, meaning you have a very strict, clear game plan on what you're going to do when the stock moves, because where also a lot of amateur traders get themselves into a lot of trouble is they don't have a clear game plan. So if you don't have a game plan, you are now left at the mercy of price action and your emotions. Now, everybody knows stocks go up, stocks go down, stocks go up, stocks go down, stocks go up, stocks go down. If you don't have a game plan, you're going to panic every time the stock goes down, and you're going to freak out and jump for joy every time the stock goes up and get overly excited. Meanwhile, the stock is not doing anything. And it's going to be a lot easier for your emotions to really take over control when you're doing it that way. If you can just set a game plan for yourself and follow that game plan, it's easier for you to keep your emotions out of the equation. So if I said to you, hey, buy the stock at $5, stop out at $4.60, take profit at $5.75, $6.50, and $7.25. If that was the game plan that I gave you, it's easy for you to just wait for those levels to be reached. Now, this is actually a good example because my younger sister knows absolutely nothing about trading, has never traded a stock a day in her life. If I took her and I took any one of you that struggles with this, and I sat you down next to each other, and I said to you, okay, guys, both of you, my sister and you, go ahead and trade for an entire month. Try to get a 50% win rate. You have a greater chance of getting a 50% win rate or a 60% win rate than my sister does, because my sister literally knows nothing. She's never done this before. She's never traded stock a day in her life. But then if I said to my sister and you, I said, buy the stock at $5, stop out if it gets to $4.60, take profit if it gets to $5.75, $6.50, and $7.25. My sister is going to be much better at that than you. The reason why my sister is going to be much better at that than you is because she has no emotional connection to the trade whatsoever. She's just following a command. She'll be better at that than you are because she's just following a command. You have to be more like a computer. A computer, if I gave a computer that command and I plugged that into an algorithm, the computer will buy the stock at $5. If the stop loss is $4.60, the stock can drop from $5 down to $4.62, and the computer is not going to do a single solitary thing. But what are you going to do? The stock's going to drop from $5 to $4.75. You're going to freak out. You're going to panic. You're going to think the stock is flushing. You're going to automatically assume that you're wrong. And you're going to say, you know what? Let me get out here at $4.75 because it doesn't look good. I must be wrong if the stock is going down. I'd rather lose $150 instead of $200. Let me just get out now. And you're going to get out at $4.75 because you're emotional and you're scared to lose money. Meanwhile, the computer and my sister, by the way, mind you, is still in the stock because I told them to get out at $4.60, not at $4.75. But you got out at $4.75. Why? Because you're emotional. And you're not following a clear game plan because you're saying, oh my God, the stock went down, therefore I must be wrong. Stop associating red with wrong. Red and wrong are not the same. Red and wrong are not the same. But so many people think that if the candle or if their P&L is red, they therefore must be wrong. No, you are not therefore wrong. Stocks just don't go straight up. And you're not going to be good enough to buy a stock at the exact moment that the stock starts to go up and it never looks back. Newsflash, you're not that good. Newsflash, no one is. Nothing about trading is perfect. Stop trying to be perfect. If you buy a stock at $5 and it drops to $4.75, so what? If the support level is down at $4.70, $4.75, if your stop loss is $4.60, whatever, who cares if the stock's at $4.75? If your first take profit target is $5.75 and the stock gets to $5.50, so what? The computer's not going to do anything because I told the computer to sell at $5.75. My sister's not going to do anything because I told her to sell at $5.75. But what are you going to do? The stock's going to get to $5.60. You're not going to get filled. It's going to pull back to $5.50, then $5.45, and you're going to say, oh, you know what? Let me just sell it here because $120 that I'm up right now, it's better than nothing. and you sell the stock at 545. Meanwhile, the computer and my sister are still in the trade, and then it goes to 575, and they take a piece of profit off the table. Then it goes to 650. They take another piece of profit off the table, and then you send me a DM and chat, and you go, Mike, I always exit winning trades too soon. Help me. It's because you are making moves based on your emotions. You're not sticking to your game plan. The computer and my sister are. So my sister may not be able to identify a good setup like you can, but she can follow commands probably better than you can because she has no emotional connection to the trade whatsoever. This is why it's so crucial for you to have a game plan before you pull the trigger. You must know, where's my stop loss? Where are my take profit targets? And once you enter that trade, that's it. Just be at the mercy of those levels. Trust your levels. Trust your analysis. Trust your analysis is correct, that this is my stop loss and these are my take profits, and sit in that trade until those levels are reached or not. Okay? So there you have it. Hey, Mike, today we averaged down the SPY options. While I am comfortable averaging down if a setup is intact, can you please explain for others when it is or isn't appropriate to average down? Okay. Hold on one second, guys. Okay. Okay, so good question. Okay, so today I averaged down on SPY call options. Okay. This move that I did today actually saved me big time. Okay. Saved me big time. Now I don't usually average down on trades, and it's actually something you don't hear me talk a lot about it, because I will never, ever, ever recommend that an inexperienced trader ever averages down on their position, because averaging down requires a different level of risk management. And, I don't recommend inexperienced traders do it, because inexperienced traders are going to have a much harder time making the distinction between the setup is still very much intact and I have an opportunity to buy the same idea, the same setup at a cheaper price, versus I am wrong, the stock is going down, I should just get out. Okay. Inexperienced traders are going to have a much harder time making that distinction. They end up just buying as the stock goes down, and it ends up turning into a complete disaster. All right. Ends up turning into a complete disaster. Inexperienced traders that average down, that's how you blow up your account. You want a one-way ticket to blow up your account, start averaging down on all the positions that go against you. So I don't typically talk about averaging down because I don't want inexperienced traders to do it. I think it's going to hurt you far more times than it's going to help you. But for those experienced traders, there are times that it makes sense. Today was one of those times for me. You want, times where it makes sense. I'll pull up the chart real quick, guys, of the SPY, and I'll show you exactly what I am referring to, what I did today in the SPY. So this actually really saved my ass today on the SPY. Okay. So I came in this morning and I bought SPY call options. I bought SPY call options right there. Okay. Right there, I bought SPY call options. I'll make this a bit bigger so some people can see it. Okay. Right there, I bought SPY call options. We then start to then roll ourselves all the way down. This pullback, I almost stopped out on this pullback. Now, I was very annoyed during this pullback because so many other sectors of the market were strong. It was just tech that was pulling the markets down. Tech was very weak today as the 10-year treasury yield continued to move higher. The 10 years moved higher now, I think, the last 7 days in a row. Now, tech was weak as all hell this morning. Tech went red right off the open and continued to make new lows, new lows, new lows. While tech's making new lows, the Dow is sitting at all-time highs. So you had very, 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 very strong divergence today between the NASDAQ and the Dow Jones. When you have such divergence between NASDAQ and the Dow Jones, you end up with the SPY being stuck right in the middle. Because a lot of the SPY is everything. The SPY is everything. Okay, every sector in the market is in the S&P 500. Tech, the biggest weighting in the S&P 500. Apple, Amazon, Google, Facebook, Microsoft, just those 5 companies, they make up like, I forgot what, it's like 20% of the entire S&P 500, like something crazy. Okay, so when you have real strong weakness in tech, it's difficult for the SPY to move higher, even if all your other sectors, healthcare, utilities, consumer staples, energy, financials, even though all of those sectors could be moving higher, if tech is going down, it's difficult for the SPY to move up. So I'm sitting here saying, okay, the SPY is getting dragged down, not because the SPY is weak, because tech is weak. Every other sector was doing okay today. It was tech that was pulling us down. Okay? So I had said to myself, okay, we're pulling down, we're pulling down. The SPY gets down to yesterday's close. So I said, maybe we get some support at yesterday's close. I'm going to see if the Qs, which is the NASDAQ, if they can bounce. And at this moment, the Qs double bottomed. The Qs double bottomed. Okay. Once the Qs double bottomed, I now have a potential low on the NASDAQ. That potential low on the NASDAQ said, okay, maybe now we get a little bit of a bounce in tech. If we do, that would be a support level here on the SPY, which is yesterday's close. So I made a decision that I was going to add to my SPY call options. And again, I'll make this bigger so you can all see. I made a decision I was going to add to my SPY call options here because I knew that if the Qs did not double bottom and if the Qs then made a new low, I'm stopping out of that position. I'm stopping out of that position. So I was able, so I'll tell you exactly what I did. I bought the 444 strike August 20th expiration call options at $2.49 right here. $2.49 right there is my entry. I held throughout this entire pullback and then decided I was going to add to this position at $2.02. It brought my average to about $2.25, $2.24. Okay? Because I knew that if the SPY just did that, I'm out of this trade. But I also knew if we hold here, we could get a significant bounce off of yesterday's close. And if the NASDAQ sticks that double bottom, we could get a significant bounce. My reward far outweighed my risk. I added to these contracts at about $2 at $2.02. If I end up stopping out, I'm exiting probably $1.94, $1.95. So my risk on the ad was minimal compared to the dollar amount that I'm already down on the trade. I'm already down full max. Okay, I'm already at my full risk tolerance. Once we're getting down into this area and I'm considering stopping out of the position. So the risk reward on me adding to this position made sense. The setup made sense. Okay? The setup made sense. Now, at this moment, when I decided I was going to add to this position and average down, I came on the microphone and I told everybody in chat that I was doing this. I also told everybody in chat that I was going to refrain from sending a notification through our mobile app because I did not want people to just blindly average down on this position. Because what happens, literally for the same reasons that I just said before, is inexperienced traders can get hurt really badly when they average down. Okay. So I told everybody on the microphone that I'm not going to send this, but I told everybody that guys, I'm going to average down on this. This at the time, the contracts were at like $2. I go, I'm going to average down on this. I explained to everybody my thought process. I told everybody where my stop loss was going to be. And I felt that the only way that I was okay with other people kind of following this was if they were in chat listening to my analysis and listening to the reason why I'm doing this. So they knew how much to average down and they knew where the new stop loss was. Okay. Because again, inexperienced traders can get really hurt by not understanding the risk management required to average down. Now, in this case, it ended up working out and it worked out for me beautifully. And we were actually able to see those options climb all the way back to $2.34 by the end of the day. And I actually took some profit off the table on this trade. Okay, so I did take some profit off the table right there before the close. I am still holding some of those options overnight. This was intended to be a swing trade when I initially entered the trade, and I decided to average down on it. And then I took advantage of that average down to bring myself back to a point where now I'm actually small green on the trade and I'm still in it. And that helped me kind of recoup a lot of the loss from that morning. As I held it down, I was able to make that back by the average down instead of just sitting here, still down on the trade. I'm actually now up small on the trade. Okay. So there you have it. How do you determine a take profit mark of a stock breaks an all-time high and there is no resistance? B-Rad, good question. Couple of different ways that you can do that. Okay. One would be for you to use Fibonacci extensions, also known as Fibonacci projections, which is where instead of you measuring a pullback on a Fibonacci retracement, you're measuring extensions on the Fibonacci extension, which is potential resistance areas. So a Fibonacci retracement measures potential support levels. A Fibonacci extension measures potential resistance levels. So you guys can use a Fibonacci extension to help identify some potential targets. Or, I like to just take profits off as the stock is extending. I like to just kind of play the momentum when we're at all-time highs. The more parabolic the stock gets, the more shares I'm going to drop off. And I'll just gauge the momentum of the stock. I'll gauge the volume. How strong is the volume when the stock breaks through the high? What are my other indicators doing? What's the setup? And I'll look at my VWAP, my trade line, my Fibonacci's. I look at, prior highs. I look at a variety of different things to decide, if I want to still hold on to this trade, if I think it's got more legs, because at that point, I'm just going to gauge the momentum. I'm just going to gauge the momentum at that point, and that is going to have a lot to do with volume. Do I see, does the volume get bigger each time the stock breaks through the high? If every time it breaks through the high, that volume is bigger, then that means the stock still has momentum. I'm going to hold on to that position for a little while. All right, guys, I'll take maybe one more question, and then we'll move on to the lessons of the topic here. So, okay, guys, type your questions right in chat. I'll take one more. Can you get further into what happened in tech and what you see happening? Maryam, I'm not really sure the weakness in tech today. I'm just thinking that maybe I think it's kind of based around, the 10-year Treasury note has continued to climb now for the last 7 days. And it's made a pretty good move pretty quickly. And tech does not like when interest rate, well, I should say growth stocks, which are tech stocks, right? Most of your tech stocks are high growth stocks. They don't like when interest rates go up quickly. Tech can handle a slow climb in interest rates, but the 10-year has climbed like 10 or 15 basis points in the last couple of days, which is a lot actually for a treasury note to move that high in just a couple of days. So today, I believe the 10-year got to like 1.36, 1.37, maybe 1.35, somewhere in that range. I forgot where the high of the day was, but that's a significant move from like the 1.2, 1.18 that we were at just a week ago. So I think that maybe that had something to do with the weakness that you're seeing in tech over the last 2 days. It's been 2 days now. It's been two consecutive days now. We've had weakness in tech. Okay, significant weakness in tech now the last 2 days in a row, where tech was the laggard. Tech underperformed other areas of the market for 2 consecutive days. And I think maybe it's tied to that 10-year treasury. I think it's tied to the 10-year. So, I think that you also had some of the inflation numbers came back actually a little bit cooler today than, inflation is still hot, but the CPI data came in a little bit lighter than previous numbers. The last couple times you've had CPI data come out, it's been way higher than expectations. And you actually had CPI data minus food and energy prices come in at 0.3 when 0.4 was expected. So it actually came in under expectations today. So maybe that kind of gave a little bit more light to the reopening trade. You also had the White House today say that they are beginning to see cases kind of level off in some of the states that were seeing big spikes due to the Delta variant. And that was a major reopening trade move. I think today was kind of reopening trade and financials. Financials were strong as all hell today. And that would make sense, which is why I think tech was weak. Because financials being strong as hell today, the financials moved higher with interest rates moving higher, which makes sense. And then all of a sudden, so you had financials, the strongest sector in the markets today were financials. You look at Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Bank of America, Citigroup, all those stocks pushed significantly higher today. And then you have all your tech stocks were trading red. So that's why I think that it's kind of surrounding the 10-year treasury. And I think that the rising rates, or the rate in which the 10-year has risen over the last week, I think it's just creating a little bit of some profit taking going on in tech. And then that, fueled some buying in the financials with the interest rates. And then the fact that, we're beginning to see some of the caseloads and the case spikes in states that like Florida, Louisiana, that had really high spikes. The White House said today they're starting to see those cases start to level off, which is a good thing. And I think that kind of gave a green light for the reopening trade, which is going to automatically see that rotation out of tech into value and into some of your reopening stocks. And then financials, obviously, were strong as hell today. So I kind of think that is, I kind of think that that's what's going on. Okay. Get it, guy? Cool. All right, guys. So there we have it. All right, cool. Guys, nice Q&A. We've already, 45 minutes. This is crazy. Time flies. Oh my God. Time flies. Like, I feel like I only answered a couple of questions and we've already been doing, we've been doing this for 45 minutes. That's incredible. So guys, listen, great job. Thank you for the questions. All of you guys asked some really great questions. For those of you that are not a member of True Trading Group, if I did not get to your question, don't worry. We do this 6 nights a week. So make sure that you click the subscribe button and the notification bell icon so you guys never miss out on any one of these live streams. Speaking of non-members, I'd like to know what we're working with here, guys. If you are not a member of True Trading Group, or this is your very first TTG live stream, I'd like for you to type the number 1 in chat right now. Type the number 1 in chat if this is your first live or you're not a member of True Trading Group. Yo, Byron Glassby, what's up, man? Welcome back. Stony Juan, Julius, John Valenzuela, Sim Capital Media, Grams, Christina, Tycoon, Daniel Green, Kolawai, Jay Preston, Dave Carney, Chandra Chetri, Bogery, Sam King, Han Video, Rosa Daza, Adolphus, RG, Kenny Battles, Hayden Bird. Nice. Daniel for Hire, Unice Panduro. Nice, guys. OnePlus. Yo, Peter Tosh, what's up, man? What's up, Peter? Justin Davis, Deborah Olson. Nice. All right, guys, beautiful. We got a lot of first-timers here, a lot of non-members. I like it. Welcome all of you to the TTG live stream. For those that are your first time or you're not a member, understand also, folks, that TTG, like I told you before, we are the highest rated and fastest growing premium educational platform for traders that is all about results. Results matter, and that is what we focus on here. We help people reach their goals of becoming consistently profitable traders by combining top-notch education, the education that I received working at the fund in New York. We combine that with premium tools and from companies like TradingView, Benzinga, Quote Media, Trade Ideas, and more. And we are a community where we all share the same goal. That's to learn, trade, and profit together. Before I get into the main topics of tonight, which are going to be how to grow a small account and how to trade while working a full-time job, I want to give you all a quick heads up. Listen up really quick. If you guys watch our live streams, you'll know that we've been steadily walking our price up towards $2,000. It's eventually our price is going to be over $2,000 for the year. It's not there yet. We've been doing this by moving the price up a couple of bucks every day until we cross that $2,000 mark. However, as of last night and all day today, I should say 2 days ago, we were at $1,323, up over about $100 for the cost of a membership in the last couple of weeks or so. We got a lot of emails. I told this to you guys last night, but I want to just I want to reiterate this for people that may have missed last night's live stream. But we got a lot of messages and emails from people asking to see if there was any sale or back to school or anything that we were able to do with the price of our membership. The main reason being because we're seeing a lot of parents are spending more money than normal on back to school for their kids. A lot of their kids missed out on the school year last year. They're excited to get back to school, and we're seeing parents are kind of, buying that new book bag or buying, that new pair of sneakers that they wanted, or whatever little gadget, whatever thing that kids are into or they want to, be cool with their friends in school. We're seeing parents are kind of going a little bit further this year on back to school spending. And I get it. I totally get it. Adam, my partner and co-founder in TGD, he's got 2 kids. I know how excited they are to kind of actually be attending school. So I get it. Their kids are about to go back to school too, and they finally have, some more time to actually focus and dedicate towards trading and everything else. So what Adam and I decided to do is the following. All right. As part of what we are calling the back to school or end of summer sale, we have actually temporarily reduced the price of our annual membership down all the way to $1,265. And yes, that will include also a brand new laptop, as we have been able to secure 20 more laptops for tonight. So the next 20 people to join True Trading Group, you're going to get a 42% discount on our membership. Brings the price down to $1,265. That is all you pay for the entire year. You get access to all of our courses, all of our tools. You don't pay extra for any of that stuff. And you're going to get a brand new free laptop. We do cover the shipping costs. We also do ship globally. So maybe you want to, buy your kid a new laptop for the school year. Here, you got one for free. You can give it to your kid. Or if you want to use it for yourself to trade, whatever you want to do with it, it's yours free. It's our gift to you for joining the TeachD family. Okay. Now, each day, though, we will be walking the price of our membership back up a couple of bucks as we do move towards and eventually past that $2,000 mark. So if you guys have ever been on the fence about joining TTG and getting yourself an education and trying to put an effort towards learning how to do this, now's the time. This is a steal. What Now, what follows is something that you guys also are not going to see from any other company. So listen up. Anyone that has joined True Trading Group recently and has paid more than $1,265, if you have paid more than that for a membership, don't be upset, because this is what we're going to do. We are going to give anyone that has paid more than $1,265 kind of a price match, our version of a price match guarantee. So what we're going to do is we're going to give you 2 free private study group sessions with the THD moderator. And we're also going to give you a $100 credit off of your annual renewal for True Trading Group. Okay. So that is, what we're going to do for those people that, because someone may have signed up just, 5 days ago and paid more than $1,265. And I felt like it wasn't fair to those people. So if you have joined True Trading Group recently and you've paid more than $1,265, you guys can send an email to info@truetradinggroup.com. And we'll make sure that you get 2 extra free, extra small private study groups with a THD mod. And we'll make sure that you get $100 credit towards your renewal. Okay. Literally no company does what we just did. And it's because we actually do give a crap about our members, guys. And even though, it's a $58 difference from, where we're at last week, we're still crediting $100 to anyone who paid more and giving you guys those 2 extra small private study groups. Okay. We take care of our family. I don't want anyone to feel like they were gypped or slighted. I want to make sure that we are fair to all members. Okay. So that THD membership, it's like I said, it's normally $2,212, but from now until midnight Pacific tonight, you can save 42%, brings the price all the way down to just $1,265. And the next 20 people to sign up using the coupon code TTG121. Again, the coupon code is TTG121. The next 20 people to do so will get themselves a brand new free laptop. And yes, we do ship globally. Guys, we have stretched our suppliers and wholesalers thin, but we were fortunate enough to continue to receive these laptops in small batches. I'm not going to say this is the last time we're going to have these laptops, but I'm not sure for how much longer we're going to be able to keep this going, because every time that we get these laptops from our wholesaler, they give a shit. They keep telling us that, it's going to be 2 weeks until I can get more. And somehow Adam is literally in constant communication at this point with like 5 or 6 wholesalers. So, when one person says I'm out for 2 weeks, he goes to somebody else and tries to scavenge up whatever he can get. So we do have 20 available here tonight. I want you guys to think about TTG as a Netflix or trading communities, because you pay one price, you get access to everything that we have. Okay. Your membership will include our 17 course curriculum. It's a simplified version of the stuff I learned working at the fund in New York. There's beginner and foundation courses. There's also advanced courses. There's courses on options, trader psychology, swing trading, crypto. There's even a course that helps you do your taxes. They're all in text and video format, and you get access to all of them when you pay just $1,265 for the whole year. Use coupon code TGD121. There are no special VIP pro courses that are upsells that cost more money. You get every single course when you join our group. You also get access to Benzinga Pro's real-time news feed. This is a live breaking up to the second news alert service in our chat room. Okay, so as soon as news crosses the wire, you get it instantly inside of our chat room. You can't rely on something like Yahoo Finance that's 15 minutes delayed. You're also going to get Quote Media's full book level 2. It's going to show you all the market makers inside of level 2, not just the market makers that your broker shows you. You're going to be able to use TradingView's premium level charting software, which is one of the most commonly used charting softwares by active traders. You're going to be able to use our simulator that lets you trade stocks and options with fake money with real-time data, so you can follow along and trade with us while you practice implementing what you've learned in the courses. Please use the simulator, guys. Prove you can make money on the sim before you start trading with your hard-earned money. You're also going to get our Trade Ideas scanner. That's going to show you stocks making new highs, new lows. Stocks have a volume surge. It's segmented between small cap, mid cap, and large cap, whatever is easier or whatever you guys trade. It really just, this scanner will ensure that you are always focused on the hottest stocks in the day. The stocks going to give you the best chance to profit. You don't pay extra for any of this. All of these, everything I'm telling you is included for $12.65. You don't pay extra for any of it. You also get access to our chat room, where myself and the rest of my teaching mods are sharing our screen during the day. We're calling out our trades live in advance of actually making them, answering questions. You can DM the moderators during the day. We're there with you the whole day. We're not gone after 2 hours, and we're currently sporting well over an 80% win rate in chat. We keep a trading journal on our website that tracks all the buys and sells the moderators make. Our moderators are required to upload all their trading activity to the journal each and every day. so you can follow along and see everything that our mods are doing and how you'd be performing if you followed along with them. And like I said, guys, like I'm talking to you now, I'm on the microphone like this during the day with all of our members. And I will come on the microphone and I will tell everyone the stock I'm buying, the price I'm buying it at, where my stop loss is, and where my take profits are before I actually enter the trade. And I'll just take a quick second here. If you are a member of True Trading Group, true or false, you guys can just type true or false that I do alert everyone on the microphone what stock I'm about to buy or what option I'm about to buy before I actually do it. So it's very easy. If you want to follow along with my trades, you certainly can do so. And then once my alert actually executes, then you get a push notification to let you know that my order has actually now been filled. Okay, so here you guys can see all the teaching members that are commenting true, 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 true. You see everyone's typing true, true, true. That's because I do come on the microphone, just like I'm talking to you now. Example, I'll come on the mic, I say, guys, I'm looking at XYZ. I'm looking at stock XYZ, $10 support. I'm looking to be a buyer. Watch for a pullback to 10.25. My stop loss will be down around 9.60. I'm looking to take profits off at 11, 11.50, and 12.50. And that is exactly what I'll say on the microphone before I buy the stock. And the stock comes into 10.25. My order fills, and then an alert pops out in chat to let you know my order has actually filled. We also do live workshops with our members covering a variety of different trading topics. We do one-on-one mentor sessions with lifetime members. We do small private study groups. Like I said, that's your chance to get really individualized attention, get help with lessons and topics that you really need help with. And then we do a lot of giveaways with our members. Whenever we get 300 new members in True Trading Group, we give away either a brand new Tesla or $30,000 cash. The winner chooses cash or the car. All right. Just something we do for fun with our members. And the next 20 people to use coupon code TTG121 will get themselves that 42% back to school end of summer discount. And you will also get yourself a brand new free laptop. It's going to be either an Asus, Acer, HP, or Dell laptop. That is the variety of brands that we have. And we do ship globally. We have members in True Trading Group literally from all over the world. There are well over now 7,000 members in True Trading Group, and our members span the globe. We have members in Japan, the Philippines, Australia, the UK, Netherlands, Italy, Spain, Canada, Mexico, Brazil, you name it. We've got members literally from all over the globe, and we do ship those laptops everywhere. Okay, it's our gift to you for joining the TeachD family. Okay, so you'll know that you're getting one of those laptops also, guys, if you go to our checkout cart. If you go to our checkout cart and you see a laptop in your checkout cart, as you do on the screen right now, that is how you will know you're getting one of the laptops. Okay, that's how you'll know you're getting one of the laptops, if you see the laptop in your checkout cart. If you go to your checkout cart and there is no laptop, that means we have completely sold out. Okay. You actually have to enter the coupon code TTG121 and click apply code in order to get the 42% discount. Okay. You actually have to enter coupon code TTG121 to get that discount. We also do offer a money back guarantee. I'm so confident in the program, and I stand behind the education that we've created at True Trading Group, that if you commit to me, I will commit to you. Here's the deal. If you say, Mike, I'll go through all your courses, I'll pass all the quizzes at the end of the courses, and I'll attend a private study group. If you tell me you're going to do those three things, I will give you all of your money back if you do not make your membership fee back at least once during your membership. That's $1,265 for anyone that signs up tonight. So if you sign up tonight, you pay $1,265, you're getting a 42% discount, you're getting a brand new laptop. And if you do not make that money back at least once after going through our courses, passing our quizzes, and attending one study group, I'll give you a full refund. That is how much I stand behind the program that we've created, because at the end of the day, in True Trading Group, results matter. Over 80% of our members are successful, meaning they're making money and becoming better traders. That's according to a recent survey that we've conducted the first week of July. And it's because of that, I'm able to confidently offer you that money back guarantee. Out of 4,500 people in the last 12 months, we have only had to refund 100 people. That is 2.2% of our new members we've had to refund. 2.2%. Nonetheless, that offer is there. Nonetheless, that money back guarantee is there because I put my money where my mouth is and I sit up here and I tell you, I'm going to teach you the exact same things that I learned and I worked at the fund. That's what made me the trader I am today. I didn't figure this stuff out on my own. I was taught by other professional traders. I'm going to teach you the same stuff they taught me. So if you're willing to put in a little bit of time, energy, and effort, if you don't make that money back, I'll give you a full refund. That's the deal. You commit to me, I'll commit to you. All right? So again, guys, use coupon code TTG121 to get that 42% discount, get the brand new laptop, and get that money back guarantee. All right? Okay, guys. Now let's move on to the main topics of the night. All right. So I'm going to take myself a quick little sip of water, and then we are going to be getting into a couple of key lessons and things for you to keep in mind when you're growing a small account. And a couple of things for you to keep in mind when you're working a full-time job. The first thing that I want to say, very common misconception that you need tens of thousands of dollars to be a consistently profitable trader. False. Not true. Watch. My TTG members, guys, if you started with less than $1,000 in your account, I want you to tell me right now, sound off in chat, type the amount. Let me know how much you started with. Let me know where you are now today. So if you are a member of TTG, tell me what you started with and tell me where you are now today. Anyone that's not a member and thinks that, oh, I only have a couple $100, I don't know if I can do this, I want you to pay attention to the comments coming through chat right now. Nate Spray started with $500, is now at $5,200. Eva Bowie started with $150, is now at $1,500. Diane Fig started with $100, got up to $5,000. Christopher Schroeder started with $2K, is now at $5K. Bruce Sears started with $500 and has already, and now he just made $2,000 on Friday alone. DRD started with 500, is now at 800. Wizard started with 5,000, is now out of PDT, working to be out of PDT rule, which means they're just at that 25K number if they're just starting with $5,000. Ronnie Snipes from $500 up to $7,000. Pedro Contreras from 500 now to 3,500. John Bean started with $150. Made back his entire membership fee, then made a mistake, wiped it out, and is now back up $750 while trading on his phone. Chaz, from 1,000 to 1,200, it's only been 2 weeks. By the way, has never traded a stock a day in his life, he said. He's never traded a stock a day in his life, he said. All right. JC Badua started with $100, is now at $550. Jason Wackenbach used the TTG education and did his own small account challenge. He took $25 and turned it into $1,000 in 8 weeks as of today, trading options. Okay, so you guys get the point. Okay, so these are TTG members that are commenting, telling you, hey, guys, I started with a small account. I started with $500, $100, $200, and you can see now where these members are now today. Okay. So why did I just ask my members to kind of fill in some of that information for us? Because we're about to cover a couple of lessons here on how to grow a small account. Lance, welcome. Everyone welcome Lance, the newest member of our TTG family. Everyone welcome Lance. All right. We are now down. We only have 19 laptops left now. Flying highest started with $200 and is now up to $1,800. Still learning. He says, guys, it can happen. All right. Welcome, Lance. You guys use coupon code TTG121. The next 19 people get a free laptop with that 42% discount. All right. Now, so like I said, I asked members that question because we're going to talk today about a couple of key points for you to consider when you are growing a small account. Now, I have conducted about 3 hours, maybe 4 hours of private workshops and webinars with my TTG members on this very topic, how to grow a small account. Okay. So a lot of this may be a recap for some of my members. This video is those videos that I conducted, those workshops, they were recorded. They are available in the video library. You guys can go watch them. There's a couple different ones that I've talked about growing a small account. And I'm not going to give you guys the entire workshop. I'm going to give you just a couple of points that I really want you to focus on. A couple of key points I think are going to be helpful and beneficial for those that are trading with small accounts. First thing first is getting in the right mindset. Getting in the right mindset with a small account is everything, because too many people try to swing for the fences. Okay, too many people try to swing for the fences. Small accounts are not grown by taking super high risk, super high reward trades. That's how small accounts are blown up. The majority of my members that have successfully grown a triple digit account, like $100, $500, into a 5-figure account, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, did so over time by stacking up wins together, not hitting one massive home run. So that's the first thing you need to do, is get rid of that mindset. Do not think, I only have $500. I got a YOLO and put my $500 into one crazy high risk trade and try to make 700% on it. That is not how my teaching members are growing their accounts. They're growing their accounts with good discipline, good risk management, and focusing on high trade probability. So getting in the right mindset is crucial. A couple of other things I want you to consider when you're getting into the right mindset. Worry about learning first, making money second. What does that mean? A lot of people with small accounts refuse to take profit when a profit target is reached because they're like, I'm only up $25, big deal. Let me just hold it. Wrong mentality. Wrong mentality. Worry about learning first, make money second. Don't worry about, hey, let me turn this 500 to 2,500 and then I'll worry about learning how to do things the right way. It's the stupidest mentality that I've ever seen, but I see it on so many people. You know what? I don't care about the courses. I don't care about risk management. I don't care about a game plan. Let me just flip this 500 into 2,500 real quick. Then I'll worry about doing things the right way. You realize how crazy that sounds? You're not going to do that unless you focus on doing things the right way and you actually learn first. Everyone, welcome Alan. Alan, the newest member of our TTG family. We are now down to 18 laptops. You just have to use coupon code TTG121. You get a 42% discount on a brand new laptop. All right. So like if according to the education that you're learning, remember, the goal here is not, you're on a small account. You got a $300 account, a $500 account. The goal here, you're not going to make 10 grand if you're risking 500. Right? The goal for you right now is to learn how to trade to the point where you can make enough good trades to where that small account of 500 turns into 600, turns into 800, turns into 1,200, turns into 1,700, 2,500, 3,500, 5,000, 7,000, 10,000. That's the goal. But that's not going to happen if you don't learn how to trade. You're not just going to get lucky and turn 500 to 5,000 and then think that you're actually going to keep that 5,000. You're not. There's probably a lot of people on here that have done something like that, where they put $500 into some AMC options or GameStop options. They turned that 500 to 5,000 and they thought they had trading figured out. They're like, oh, this is easy. I'm just going to buy everything Reddit says. And then now fast forward 6 months, 8 months later, they're back to $100 in their account. They've lost everything. And they realized they actually didn't know what they were doing. They just got lucky. Worry about learning first, make money second. If according to the education, you're supposed to take profit off at this profit target, I don't care if you're only up $7 on the trade because you're only in a $50 position size. I don't care. Do it. Yes, I know $7. Oh yeah, big deal. $20, big deal. That's not the point. The point is for you to develop the core fundamentals of solid trading, a solid trading strategy so that as your account grows, you already have the discipline. You already have the education, the foundation for you to actually grow your account. Worry about making money second. Worry about learning first. Don't be in a rush. Go through the courses. Trade on the simulator. Take your time. Trading is a marathon. It's not a sprint. I know that sounds cliche. Believe me, it's true. So always focus on the end game. Don't focus on, oh, I got to make money right now here today. Do things today that will allow you to make $10,000. Don't do things today that are going to allow you to turn your $500 account, okay, into a $1,000 account because you're going to try to make 100% on your account. And you're going to do something crazy. Who cares about $500? Do something today that can help you make $10,000 a few months from now. Do something today that in a year from now can help you make $50,000. You're never going to get to that point if you don't learn. Learn first, make money second. The other thing is focus on, like I said, walk before you run. That's another thing. Walk before you run. Do not just start trading for the first time with a small account and think you're going to go and trade something like Moderna or Tesla. Some of the most volatile stocks in the entire market. Learn to walk before you run, please. Stay away from advanced level trades. The thing about True Trading Group is all of our trade alerts that our moderators send out in chat, they are all labeled novice, intermediate, advanced. The reason for the novice, intermediate, advanced alert is to let you know the volatility of this trade, to let you know the risk level of this trade. Okay? Now, if you are a brand new trader, brand new, I would advise for you to never take one of the advanced level trades. Fred, welcome. Everyone welcome Fred to the TG family. We now have 17 laptops left. I told you these laptops, they go quick when we have them. They're not going to last. You guys can save 42% now by using coupon code TTG121, and the next 17 people will get a free laptop. Okay? You have to fit, you guys also, when you're with a small account, you got to protect yourself at all costs. Okay? You got to protect yourself at all costs. Never allow yourself to get put into a situation where you can lose your entire account. Okay? You only have a $500 account. You better protect that $500 like your life depended on it. If you lose $200 in one trade, that's it. You're done. You're toast. You're down to $300. You kidding? You know, if you're going to trade with a $500 account, okay, you better not lose more than $50, $30 on a trade. You better really protect yourself at all costs. Don't swing for the fences. Focus on good risk management. Give yourself a chance to succeed. Like, you don't want to blow yourself up before you even give yourself a chance to see if you're good at this, right? So many people blow up their accounts. How do you know? You might be $1 million trader. You might be someone that 3 years from now is making $80,000 a month. That could be you. That could be you. You could be making $100,000 a month 3, 4, 5 years from now. But you're never going to know. Because you said, I'm going to give this trading thing a shot. I'm going to put $500 in a Robinhood account, and I'm going to buy AMC call options with it because that's what Reddit told me to do. And I'm going to see what happens. Well, what happens? You lost all of your money. Your account is now down to zero, and you quit. You don't have more money to put into your trading account. And you say, man, this trading thing is such bullshit. What a scam. It's not a scam. You're just an ass. I'm sorry. But I'm going to be blunt. I'm going to be honest. No, trading's not a scam. You might as well have gone to Vegas and put all of your money that you have in your pocket, put it on red or black, because your odds of winning are just the same at that point. And wouldn't that be a sin that maybe you actually could have been good at this, but you never gave yourself a chance to succeed? It's one of the biggest sins that I see is that traders, they end their trading career before it ever even began. Okay. The next piece of advice that I have for people trading on a small account when you're first getting started is to please trade on the simulator. Please trade on the simulator. Please, please, please trade on the simulator. Go through all the courses into TradingView, trade on the simulator. Prove you can be consistent on the simulator. Okay. Prove you can be consistent on the simulator before you switch to real money. I would aim to have at least a 50% accuracy before you switch to trading with real money. We have a simulator that is free with your membership. You can trade stocks and options on our simulator with real-time data, with fake money. Please use it. Okay? Please use it. And set the simulator to whatever it is on your account. If you were only going to have a $500 account when you trade with real money, then you set your simulator to $500. Do not set your simulator to $25,000 if you're only going to trade with 500. You've got to treat it like it's real. Treat the simulator like it's real. Stop out when you would. Take profits when you would. Use the same position size as you would if it was real money. Otherwise, there's no point in you doing the practicing. You're doing yourself more harm than you are good. DP, welcome to the TTG family. DP, welcome to the TTG family. Everyone, welcome DP. 16 laptops left now, folks. Use coupon code TTG121. Okay. The other thing when it comes to small accounts, guys, is the difference between a cash account and a margin account. It's important for you guys to all understand this. A margin account, what's the difference? Real quick. Margin account, you can trade with 4 times your buying power. Your broker will give you 4 times your buying power, but you will be bound to the PDT rule, which means you can only make 3-day trades in a rolling 5-day period. A day trade means you buy today, you sell today. But you can get around the PDT rule by using a cash account. A cash account means you can only trade with the cash available in your account. You will not get margin. Okay. It'll take 2 days for the cash to settle from trading a stock. It'll take 1 day for the cash to settle when trading an option. But you will be able to make as many trades as you want as long as you have that cash in your account without being bound to the PDT rule. Important thing that not many people are aware of or know about. The other thing is that when you're on a small account, when you're trading small, I want you to think small. Okay. This is kind of a follow-up to what I talked about earlier. Like building a small account is accomplished by adding smaller profits together over time and increasing your buying power. So when you have a $500 account, right, you can only buy so many contracts or so many shares of a stock or an option. But when that 500 becomes 750, now you can buy more. Then that 750 becomes 1,200. Now you can buy even more. That is how small accounts are grown. Small accounts are grown by adding up small wins over time that increase your buying power so you can take bigger positions over time. So it's going to be a lot easier. It's going to be easier for you to go from, let's say, 5,000 to 10,000 than it is for you to go from 500 to 2,500. It's going to be easier for you to do that. And that's because of your buying power. So if you're trading small, I want you to think small. Swinging for the fences and hitting monster trades is not how small accounts are built up. It's how small accounts are blown up. Okay? Small profits add up fast, guys, and I want you to minimize risk to the downside. You have to protect yourself at all costs. You do not have the luxury when you're in a small account, you do not have the luxury of risking it all, taking a big hit. Now, I've got a big account. I can, if something happened and I took a big hit, I'm perfectly fine. I can still trade and I still have, big buying power. I can still do my thing. But if you've got a $500 account and you take a $400 hit, you're down to $100. You're done. You're handicapped at this point. You're done. You're finished. Okay? So focus on singles, not home runs. Now, about trading with a small account, let's talk about what should you actually be trading. Stocks or options? What's better for you? Small accounts are typically only going to be able to trade small cap stocks or options. You're not going to be able to trade a mid cap or a large cap. You're not going to be able to trade, if you have a $500 account, you're not going to be able to trade a $50 stock, $100 stock, a $200 stock. You're not going to be able to. You don't have enough money to do it. So you're going to have to focus on small cap stocks or options. Okay. That's what you're going to have to be trading. I would also highly recommend that anyone that's starting off with a small account, that you complete the beginner and advanced stock trading courses in the TeachD curriculum before you move on to the options course. Okay. I want everyone that has a small account, I want you to have the capability of trading options, because options are a fantastic way for you to grow a small account. It is a fantastic way for you to grow a small account. But with that increased reward of trading options also comes increased risk from trading options. So I want you guys to be able to, trade options, but do not just start trading options until you have gone through the option courses. Okay. Because like I said, with those options, yes, you have extra reward. You also have extra risk. Okay. You also have extra risk. I want you guys to stay away from the real fast moving stocks, the real high flyers, the stocks that are halting 5, 6, 7 times during the day. Stay away from those. Why? Because you cannot afford to take a big hit. You must protect yourself at all costs. You must protect yourself at all costs. You also need to understand risk management and proper position sizing. Okay, so when you're taking an option trade, when you're taking a stock trade, you have to make sure that you understand the position size for the risk that you're okay with. If you only have a $500 account, like I said, you can't be risking $100 or $200 in one trade. That means three red trades and that's it. Your account's gone. You can't blow your account up on 3 red trades. So if you have a $500 account, you really should only be risking $25 to $50 per trade. So you better make sure that when you're going into a trade, that your position size is such that you can that's what you're going to be risking. You can't go in and what I mean by this is you can't trade an option that, let's say, is $12. You can't go buy a Moderna option that costs $12 or $14 because, first of all, one option is going to cost you $1,200 or $1,400, which you don't have anyway. But let's say a $5 option. If you only have a $500 account, one option contract, if it's a $5 contract, one option costs you $500. Now, if that option moves, if that option moves 20%, guess what? You just lost $100. That's way too far. That's way too far outside of your risk tolerance. So you can't buy a $5 option because it's outside of your risk tolerance. So you have to understand the options that you're buying, the stocks that you're buying. Are they within your risk tolerance? Can you enter this trade with a $500 account and only lose $50, $25, $35 if you are wrong? If the answer is no, then that means that trade is outside of your risk tolerance. You can't take the trade. You got to find something else. Christina, welcome to the TeachD family. We now only have 15 laptops left. Everyone give Christina a big, warm welcome to the TTG family. All right. Let's talk about risk management real quick. Okay, let's talk about risk management real quick. I think traders with small accounts should always use physical stop losses, not mental stop losses. Again, because with a small account, you need to protect yourself at all costs. Using mental stop losses, you might get yourself into trouble if you freeze one day and the stock drops and you don't get out of your position and the stock flushes and then it halts and you're stuck in the trade and you thought you were only risking $30, but you really lost 100. You can't put yourself in situations like that. So I advise everyone with a small account, you use hard physical stop losses. You must protect yourself at all costs. You make sure you're using stop or stop on quote orders. Do not ever use a stop limit order. A stop or stop on quote order will turn your stop loss into a market order, which ensures that you get out of the trade. A stop limit order does not guarantee you're going to get out of the trade. So I would not ever use stop limit orders. Okay. And you have to maintain your risk tolerance on every single trade. We talked about that earlier. Like I said, if your risk tolerance is $50, you got to make sure you're risking 50 bucks on each and every single trade. Make sure your stop loss is in the right place. If you're going to be using physical hard stop losses, which I just suggested that people that are on small accounts do, if you're going to use hard physical stop losses, make sure your stop loss is beneath the support level. Beneath the support level. Let's say $10 is support. Your stop loss cannot be at $10. It cannot be at $10.05. It cannot be at $9.95. Your stop loss must be beneath $10. Beneath it. Okay. Depending on the volatility of the stock, you might need to set your stop loss at $9.75, $9.80. Depends on how volatile the stock is. But you got to make sure your stop loss is beneath that level. Okay. And then a couple of useful tips, guys, for your trading itself. Stick to the original trade game plan. Do not try to deviate. We talked about this earlier. If your stop loss is this, your take profits are this and that, make sure that you're sticking to that game plan. Do not deviate. Do not try to think in the middle of the trade. Do not try to make adjustments in the middle of the trade. All right. If you buy a stock at 5, your stop loss is 450 and your take profits are 556 and 675. Just wait for those levels to be reached. Take yourself out of the equation. Do not try to make judgment calls in the middle of the trade. Just wait to either get stopped out or to get to your profit target. Do not try to maneuver inside of that trade. Hannah, welcome to the TGD family. We now only have 14 laptops left. Guys, welcome Hannah to the group. Use coupon code TTG121. You'll get the 42% discount, and you guys are going to get a brand new free laptop. Maybe your kid needs a new laptop to go back to school. Maybe you need a new laptop, whatever. It's our gift to you if we join the family. We even cover the shipping costs for you. If you're on a margin account, here's another piece of advice. If you're on a margin account, do not tier into your position, only tier out. Okay, this is a PDT workaround. If you're under PDT, if you buy 100 shares and then you sell 25, 50, and 25, that counts as one day trade. It's one round trip. However, if you buy 50 shares and then buy another 50 shares and then sell out 25, 50, 25, you're going to be docked for 2 day trades because it's 2 buys. Okay, so if you're on a small account and using a margin account, only tier out. Do not tier in. When you enter your trade, go in full size. Also, if you're trading with a very small account, I teach a tier trading strategy where I identify a minimum of 3 profit targets. In those 3 profit targets, I will sell 25%, 50%, and 25%. If you're on a very small account and breaking up into 3 different tiers like that is so minuscule, use 2 tiers. Sell 50% at profit target 1, sell 50% at profit target 2. Case in point, maybe you can only buy 2 option contracts on a trade. If you can only buy 2 option contracts on a trade because you have a small account, obviously you can't sell 3 times. You only have 2 contracts. So in that case, sell 1 at your first profit target, sell the second at your second profit target. And use a commission-free broker if possible. Guys, E-Trade, Thinkorswim, Interactive Brokers, Charles Schwab, they all offer commission-free trading now. So I would, use a commission-free broker if possible. You don't want to eat away at your small account by because of trading commissions. Okay. Then let's talk about growing that small account. You actually have to grow it. So we're going to talk about increasing your size, right? As your account starts to build, you're going to begin increasing your risk per trade and your position size. So after you've proven to be consistent for about a month, I want you guys to start increasing your positions, or your risk per trade by 25%. Example. Let's say you normally risk $100 per trade. If that's your risk tolerance, $100 per trade on your small account. After you've been consistently profitable for at least a month, instead of risking $100 per trade now, I want you to start risking $125. Okay. You're going to increase your risk per trade by 25%. Prove consistency for about 1 or 2 weeks at the new 125, and then increase your risk again by another 25%. So you'll go from risking 125. Now you're going to start risking 150 to 160. Trade there for 1 or 2 weeks, prove consistency, make sure your emotions don't change, and then bang, 25%. Keep doing that until eventually you're going to reach a point where emotionally you're going to be uncomfortable. You're going to say, you know what, I can't do this. This is too much risk for me. I got to bail on this. It's too much position size. And that's going to tell you that, hey, you know what? You're uncomfortable. That's your peak. You stay there for a little while until you start to climb yourself up from that plateau. Okay. So there you have it, folks. So that's a couple of useful tips for trading with a small account. Now I want to just touch on a couple of helpful things for those that are working a full-time job, because another very common misconception, Madhu Sudana. Everyone welcome Madhu Sudana. Madhu Sadana, our newest member of the TTG family. We are now down to just 13 laptops, guys. You got to use coupon code TTG121 to get the 42% discount and a brand new laptop. So now again, second very common misconception is that if you have a full-time job, you can't make money trading because you can't focus on trading all day long. Not true, and I'll prove it to you. My TTG family members, if you are a member of True Trading Group and you are making money while working a full-time job, I want you to type the letter I in chat and tell me what is your profession. Again, if you're a member of TTG and you're making money while working a full-time job, I want you to type the letter I and tell me what is your profession. Pay very close attention, anyone that works a full-time job and is unsure if this is for them. All right, we got an agility coach, a court reporter, an operations director, a diesel tech, software tester, operations manager, disaster restoration contractor, geologist, production manager, system security engineer, film business, business owner, restaurant business, accountant, heavy-duty mechanic, marketing director, an appraiser, airline baggage handler, staffing and recruiting, a sheet metal fabricator, real estate, finance manager, project manager working 70 hours a week, network administrator, semi-retired, a welder, legal, event producer, construction, restaurant business, nursing home, engineer. You guys get the hint. Construction supervisor, sales director. Okay. So you guys are seeing all these are TTG members that are telling you, hey, this is what I do for a living. I work a full-time job. I'm still making money. Here's why. Here's some helpful things that I want you to think about when you're working a full-time job. First things first, here's a useful tip. Trade when you can, not when you want. I tell this to all of my members. Trade when you can, not when you want. Okay. Trade when your schedule allows it. If you know that one day you have a long list of meetings, or you're going to be out and you're going to be taken away you're going to be out of pocket for several hours at a time. You have a swamped day. You got a major presentation, whatever it is. Don't trade that day. Guys, believe me when I tell you the stock market is not going anywhere. The market's not going anywhere. Okay? Trade when you can, not when you want. Forcing trading while you are busy with work is going to result in one of two things suffering. Either your trading is going to suffer or your work is going to suffer. And neither one of those is acceptable. The other thing is trade mornings or afternoons if one of them fits your schedule better. Okay, we have members literally all over the world that are in different time zones. We have members that do all different types of professions. So maybe for some of you, it might be better for you to trade in the morning. Maybe for some of you, it's better to trade in the afternoon. Do not think you have to trade in the morning if you can't. There's opportunities in the afternoon as well. So trade mornings or afternoons if one of them is better for you. Timothy, welcome to the TTG family. Everyone, welcome Timothy. Timothy, the newest member of our TTG family. Use that coupon code TTG121. You'll get a 42% discount and a brand new laptop. Also, very important when working a full-time job, you've got to figure out a style that works for you. This is very important. In True Trading Group, you have access to an exposure to a variety of different trading styles because there are 7 other moderators that have different styles and strategies. It is not just me. If you work a full-time job, you're going to want to implement maybe a swing trading style or a low volatility day trading style, which means day trading, but smaller moving stocks. Okay. You also want to put some added weight on fundamental catalysts such as market sentiment or news releases to help you with trading direction if you guys are working a full-time job and you can't be kind of eyes on all day long. The other thing is stop losses. Similar to with a small account, I want you guys to use hard physical stop losses. You can't use a mental stop if you're not focused on the trade. You can't just buy a stock at 15 and then just go to a meeting and not set a stop loss. Okay? Because believe me, shit can hit the fan while you're in your meeting. You always want to make sure that you are protected. So whenever you buy a stock and you're working a full-time job, you set a hard physical stop loss immediately. Okay. Also, since you're using hard physical stops, allow for a little bit of wiggle room. Make sure your stop loss is clearly beneath the support level. Very similar to what we talked about with the small account. Also, you can consider setting trailing stop losses. Okay. You can consider setting trailing stop losses, which means as the stock moves higher, your stop loss will move higher with it, but it will not move down with it. Okay. So you can consider setting trailing stop losses if you guys are working a full-time job. The other thing we'll talk about quickly is risk management. Swing trading risk is higher than day trading risk because you cannot account for gaps. Okay. So if you're going to implement a swing trading strategy, your position size will usually end up being a little bit less than day trading because you're typically on a swing trade, you're typically further away from your stop loss and your profit targets, and you have to account for the possibility of the stock gapping against you overnight. Okay. So make sure that you are aware of this because your stop loss will not work in this scenario. Your stop loss will not trigger after hours or overnight when the stock gaps up or gaps down. Your stop loss will only trigger while the market is open. So you have to account for that. All right. It's crucial to take profits as planned at planned levels so you can move your stop loss higher as the trade works out. I actually suggest to people to sometimes set price alerts. So if you have a stop loss set, you can set a price alert that will let you know. Let's say you buy a stock at 10, your profit target is 11 and your stop loss is 950. You set your stop loss at 950, set a price alert at like 1070 so that as the stock approaches your profit target, you get notified. So you can open up your account, take profit, move your stop loss or adjust your stop loss and keep going. You also have something called OCO, which means one cancels other. Okay, that is a specific type of order. What that means is you'll set two orders, and if one of them triggers, the other one cancels. I only recommend doing this on your final take profit because you can set a stop loss at, let's say, 950 and a take profit at 12. If the stock gets to 12, it'll sell at 12. It'll cancel your stop loss at 950. If the stock gets to 950, it'll stop you out at 950, and your 12 take profit will cancel. You should only do this, though, on your final take profit because you don't want to do is, let's say you have 1,000 shares of a stock. You set an OCO and you have 1,000. Let's say you have your stop loss at 950 and you have a 250 share take profit at $11. The stock gets to 11, it sells 250 shares at 11, but then it cancels your stop loss, but you're still long 750 shares. And now you have no stop loss in case shit hits the fan. So I only advise you to use the OCO order on your final take profit. Okay. And then last but not least, guys, make sure to use our mobile app when you're working a full-time job. So if you're curious to know as to how are so many of my members able to make money while working a full-time job, it's through the mobile app. We have a mobile app that is available on iPhone and Android for all of our members. It's free with your membership. It allows you to see the screen share during the day in chat, listen to the audio analysis in real time. Okay. This way you can still pay attention and follow along with what it is that we're doing in chat, even if you're not in front of your computer. And then the best part about it is whenever one of our moderators enters or exits a trade, you get a real-time push notification sent straight to your mobile device that lets you know that we've entered or exited a trade. Okay. So that's how so many of our members are able to follow along with what we're doing in chat. And that's how so many of them are able to be profitable even while they are working a full-time job. Again, guys, a very common misconception that you need tens of thousands of dollars to be making money. Very common misconception that if you work a full-time job, you can't make money. It is simply not true. You just have to have the right education and the right exposure to different trading styles and strategies and risk management, and you guys can do it. And my members are living, breathing proof of this. Okay, you saw all my members comment before when I said, hey, tell us, what did you start with? What do you have now? You saw people comment. You saw what they started with. You saw what they have now. I said, hey, if you're making money, tell me what you do for a living. You saw how many people commented. You saw what they do for a living. There's no difference between those people and you. Those people work full-time jobs. Those people have small accounts. If they can do it, so can you. They found True Trading Group the same way you did, folks, and that's a live stream. There's nothing special about them. There's nothing special about me. I learned from professional traders. That's how I was taught. Now my members are being taught a professional education the same way I was taught a professional education. I'm not special. They're not special. Okay. So there you have it, folks. So I hope this was helpful. You know, these are a couple of helpful tips for those people that are working a full-time job, or if you are, if you're working a full-time job or you have a small account. I hope you guys are paying attention. I hope you were taking notes. My goal with all these live streams is to make sure you get value and can on this that can help you become a better trader. And I hope you were able to do that here tonight. So what I would like to do right now is I'd like to show you the TTG platform. For anyone that is interested in a membership, I'm going to show you the platform. I'll show you what you get. But before I do, I want to know who here is not a member of True Trading Group. If you're not a member, type the letters TTG in chat right now. All right, we got Trance, Winkle, Willie, Winkle Willie. That's funny that those are the two names that were back to back. June, Saravana, Kimberly Evans, Renoir Lemaire's Great Beginnings, awesome. Okay. Rose Adaza, Bill Hanna, beautiful guys, good. For a lot of people that are commenting there, TTG, welcome. All of you that are not members, Jimmy Parnell, what's up? So guys, listen up real quick. Those of you that are not members, remember I told you guys earlier that our memberships are normally $2,212 for the year, but until midnight Pacific tonight, you can save 42% and pay only $1,265. And the next 12 people will get a brand new free laptop included with their membership. Understand that as a member of TTG, you're going to get access to the top premium trading tools and products because we bundle them together as part of your membership. I want you to think of us as the Netflix of trading communities because you pay one price for your membership and you get access to literally everything we have. Included with your membership is going to be Benzinga Pro's real-time newsfeed. This is a live breaking up to the second news alert service directly inside of our chat room that gives you news as soon as it crosses the wire without delay. Guys, if you're going to be an active trader, the speed in which you get news matters because computers and professional traders, they get news instantly. So if it takes you 2 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes to see a news release on some other service like Yahoo Finance, you're doomed. All right. So this news feed allows us to get news as soon as it crosses the wire. It is a major help and major value for us in all of our trading. You're also going to get quote streams full book level 2, which includes all the market maker depth inside of level 2, not just the market makers that your broker shows you. It's going to come with a trade simulator that lets you trade stocks and options with fake money where you practice implementing what you've learned in the courses. You can do that on our simulator with real money. Guys, please use the simulator. Most traders, when they first get started, lose money in the beginning because they don't really realize what they're doing. Please use the simulator. Prove you can make money. Make whatever mistakes you're going to make. Make it with fake money before you start risking your hard-earned cash, please. You're also going to get our Trade Ideas scanner. This is the industry standard scanner, guys. This is the best in the business. This scanner is going to show you stocks that make new highs, new lows, that have a surge in volume. It's broken down between small cap, mid cap, and large cap, whatever you trade. This is how you will ensure that you are always going to be focused on the stocks that give you the greatest chance to profit on any given day. You're also going to be able to use TradingView's premium level charting software. It's one of the most commonly used charting programs by active traders. All of this is yours free with your membership. You do not pay $1 extra for any of it. All of this is included with your membership. Then you're going to get a minimum of 10 easy to follow, actionable real-time trade alerts per week from a community of traders currently sporting well over an 80% win rate, folks. We are fully transparent in chat. We keep an entire trading journal on our website that tracks every buy and every sell that all of our moderators make. All of our traders upload all their trading activity to this journal each and every single day so you can follow along and see how you'd be performing if you were following all of the alerts. You're going to get one small private study group as well. This is your chance to get individualized attention and get help with topics and lessons that you're struggling with to help speed up that learning curve. It's a game changer. Then, of course, we have the curriculum, folks. The curriculum is everything. Remember, this is a simplified version of the stuff I learned working at the fund in New York. There's beginner and foundation courses. If you never traded a stock a day in your life, start there. If you are an experienced trader, you can start with the advanced courses. There's also courses on options, swing trading, trader psychology, crypto. It's all in text and video format, whichever is easier for you to learn. There are no VIP pro courses that will cost you more money. When you join TTG, you literally get access to every single course, every single tool, every single resource. You don't pay extra for any of it. Then after the courses, in addition to the courses, there's a video library that has well over 100 hours of additional educational video content. These are workshops and webinars that we've conducted with our members that are recorded, and then we load them up into that video library for everyone to see. Then, of course, you have the chat room, guys, where the mods and I are in there all day, every day, from pre-market till after hours. We're not there for 2 hours and you left to fend for yourself. We're there all day long answering questions. You can send us private messages throughout the course of the day. We're calling out all of our trades in real time, in advance on the microphone. So you guys were there for you the entire day. Now listen up, because the price of our membership, we just dropped it down to $12.65 for kind of this back to school end of summer sale, because it was a request, honestly, from a bunch of people, because a lot of people are spending some extra money this year on back to school for their kids. So we get it. So I wanted to do this for people, but we are going to be walking the price of our membership back up every single day by a couple of bucks until we cross over that $2,000 mark. Now, at $12.65, this membership, the value you're getting is actually insane. It really is insane. Let me put this into perspective for you. Let's say you don't want to join TTG, but you want that Benzinga newsfeed. You want real-time news. If you go to Benzinga tomorrow to sign up for their newsfeed with the Squawk Box feature, Benzinga is going to charge you $1,400 a year. You can join True Trading Group right now for $12.65. It includes the newsfeed and everything else that I just said to you, and a free laptop. Are you kidding? That's insane. All the full book level 2 from Quote Media to see all the market makers, that's $990 a year. To use the trade simulator is $300 a year, and TradingView's premium charting service is $600 a year. Just those 4 tools would cost you over $3,200 a year. They are all free with your membership when you join True Trading Group and pay just $12.65. Guys, that comes out to $3.46 a day. It's $105 a month. Our goal is to disrupt this entire industry. In order to do that, we need to provide insane value and results at a price substantially less than any of our so-called competitors, because results matter. And at the end of the day, our members are making money and they are becoming better traders because of TTG. And if you do not believe me, watch this. Guys, if you're a member of True Trading Group, I want you to type the number 1 in chat right now if you are making money and you're becoming a better trader, because results matter. It's not enough for me to just sit up here and say, yeah, True Trading Group's awesome. We provide you with all this stuff. No, what matters is how are our members actually doing? And according to our survey that we conducted in the first week of July, over 80% of our members are making money and becoming better traders, because results matter. Steve, welcome to the TTG family. Everyone give Steve a big warm welcome. We are now down to just 11 laptops, guys. I told you these laptops fly. They're not going to make it until midnight. I can tell you that. We have 11 laptops left. All you got to do is use coupon code TTG121. You'll get a 42% discount, and you will get yourself a brand new free laptop. Guys, don't forget, I'm giving you a money-back guarantee. I am so confident, and I stand behind my program and the education and platform and the community that we've created, that if this doesn't work for you, I'm giving you your money back. Understand that. If you commit to me, I'll commit to you. All you need to do is try. So if you go through all the courses, if you pass all the quizzes, and if you attend one private study group, that's all I'm asking from you. Do those 3 things. If you still do not make back your membership fee at least once during your membership, which is $1,265, if you don't make that back, guys, I'm going to give you a full refund. I'm going to give you all of your money back. Everything I'm telling you is on the website, so you know you're getting exactly what I'm telling you. What's the worst case scenario? You join TTG, you don't make back your membership fee, I give it back to you, and you got a free laptop. You don't have to give me the laptop back. It's yours. Keep it. It's yours. Best case scenario, you join TTG, you become a consistently profitable trader, you reach financial goals you never thought possible. Oh yeah, and by the way, you got a free laptop. Weigh the risk reward of that decision. Seriously. Weigh the risk reward of that decision. I see the success my members are having. That's the only reason why I'm okay and comfortable offering you a money back guarantee. Guys, if all my members were losing money, I wouldn't be able to do this. I wouldn't be able to offer you money back guarantee. I'd be an idiot. Renoir, I think is how that's pronounced. Maybe. I'm going to say Renoir. I don't know. Maybe that's how you pronounce it. I think it is. I could be wrong. I'm sorry if I'm wrong. But everybody, welcome Renoir. Renoir. I don't know. I'm sorry. To the TGG family. Message me in chat tomorrow and tell me how to pronounce your name. I do apologize. Only 10 laptops left now, guys. I told you these laptops are going to go fast. Just use coupon code TGG121 and you'll get the 42% discount on a brand new laptop. Gang, we're also 5-star rated on Trustpilot. Go read the reviews, please. Seriously. Over 1,300 people have taken time out of their day to leave us a review on Trustpilot. Go read them. Seriously, go read them. Over 1,300 people have left us those reviews. There's no better referral than that of your peers. That's why I ask my members these questions while we're on these live streams, because I don't want you to just listen to me. What does it mean coming from me? Seriously. What am I going to tell you? I'm going to come on this live stream and tell you, hey, guys, I suck. Everyone's losing money. No, of course not. So it doesn't mean anything coming from me. That's why I ask members to actually comment for you. There's no better referral than that of your peers. So go read the Trustpilot reviews. Listen and pay attention to the people that are answering these questions in chat. There's no difference between them and you. They found TTG the same way that you did, folks, and that's a live stream. And I'm offering you this money back guarantee. So what do you guys really have to lose? But let's talk about that membership fee for a second. Guys, how long did it take you to make back your membership fee? If you, my TTG members, if you are a member, how long did it take to make back your fee? Yeah, right, April? Exactly. April says the money back guarantee made the decision for me when I signed up. I figured, what did I have to lose? And now, April, was it a good decision? Where are you at today, April? It took Andrew Knutson 2.5 days to make back his membership fee. It took Diane 4 months with a $100 account. It took Spiro Trader 1 month, but now makes his membership fee back basically every day. It took Donna Moore 1 week. So here's April, follow-up to that. April says, it took me 2 to 3 days to make back my annual membership, and then it took me about 2 weeks to make back my lifetime membership. So, guys, basically, April decided, you know what? There's a money-back guarantee. What do I have to lose? She joined 2 trading groups. She made back that membership fee in 2 to 3 days, and then decided in literally just that much time that I want to be a lifetime member. This is where I want to learn. This is where I want to stay, and now made back the lifetime membership price in just 2 weeks. Says, oh, so glad that I did, because in that moment, I did not realize how much I had to gain, but now I do, and I'm so grateful to have found TTG. That's from April Makes Trades. Took John Bean 1 day. It took Humble Pie 3 weeks. It took Bruce less than 2 months. It took Jenny Wonder 6 trades and made it many times over since she has joined TTG. Okay, you guys can see. Jeff M says, first time I made my membership fee back in 4 months, and now I've made my membership fee back 6 times over since then, and I've been with TGG for less than a year. Absolutely incredible. I love it. You guys are awesome. I'm so damn proud of so many members. We have Kimberly just joined the group, guys. Everyone welcome Kimberly. Everyone welcome Kimberly to the TGD family. Kimberly is our latest and greatest, newest member of the TGD family. Kimberly, welcome. Guys, that's only 9 laptops left now. You've got to use coupon code TTG121. Okay. TTG121, you'll get a 42% discount, and you guys will get a brand new free laptop. But there's only 9 left, so there are only 9 people left to get that laptop. All right. So there you have it, folks. That's it. Again, use coupon code TGD121. You'll get the 42% discount, and you'll get a free laptop for the next 9 people. Remember, you actually have to enter coupon code TGD121 and click apply code. You'll know you're getting one of the 9 laptops if you go to the checkout page and you see a laptop in your cart. That means you're good. You're getting a laptop. If you go to the checkout and there's no laptop, that means we've completely sold out. Okay? That's it, gang. Thanks for joining me tonight. You guys are great. I hope this helped. I hope this was a useful and helpful, informative live stream. That's my goal with each and every one of these, to help you guys to become a better trader. Subscribe to the channel, folks. Smash that like button if you haven't done so already. Show me some love. Show me some love. If you guys enjoyed this video, smash that like button. Let me know. That's how I know that I'm doing a good job. That's how you guys can let me know you're enjoying the live stream. Thanks for joining me tonight, guys. I'll see you all in chat tomorrow. Have a great rest of your evening. Later, guys.